Meow. So up in the left-hand corner, you'll see the completed drawing, but it's going to disappear pretty quick because I'll need room to draw this kitty's body. So, and then you can just watch me finish. So what's your favorite cat position to draw? Or what's your favorite cat position? What's the cutest position that cats get into? I would love to hear about that. So let me know in the comments. I'm always looking for ideas to draw for my channel. So it's about 2 heads across that body. And I go with really loose lines to start with, and I don't worry about overlap and getting extra lines because they add to background tone. In fact, when I did a practice run for this drawing, I tried to do it without the extra lines, and I did not like the end result very much compared to what I usually do, because it adds so much texture and liveliness to the drawing to have those extra lines kind of fade away into the back. Everyone has a different style, and you'll find your own way if you're really dedicated to it and you spend plenty of time drawing, because that's how you get good at it, is by spending time at it. I like to get an eye line in there to help me place the eyes. Helps me make sure they don't look awkwardly placed. I do a lot, as you can see, of feeling my way around. And contemplating. If you're not sure where to go next, take some time to contemplate. Allow your intuition to guide you. Don't necessarily go by what you see in your subject, whether it be a cat from life or a photograph. I mean, that's important too, but you need to trust your intuition and give your drawing what it needs. What feels right. And you can overdo it so easily. That's how we get that cute little muzzle in there. And the chin. And as you can see, the lines that I start with are just kind of rough, and then I refine as I go. Always correcting as I go. If something just doesn't look comfortable, I make accommodations, and that's why it's really great to start with light lines, because they're easy to erase. And as I said, I don't always erase them. Sometimes I get the eraser in there and get rid of some of the extra noise that's in the way. But most of the time, I just let those extra lines fade away into the background. I kind of slow down and tighten up a little on the eyes because, you know, we kind of want the eyes to be sharp. They're the one part of cat that's pretty sharp looking. The windows to the soul. And the cute little nosy. I like my cats to look happy or content, or a little on the devious side. Sometimes a little of both. I think cats are kind of happy when they're being devious, aren't they? If you have a cat of your own, please tell me about your cat in the comments. What's your cat's name? What's your cat like? What's that cat's personality like? And I love to hear where you're watching from in the world too. So I'm keeping my lines around the edges a little bit on the rough side, you know, a little jagged in places, because I want to give the hint of fur. I don't specifically draw fur, I give hints of fur. Because when we're looking at a cat across the room, or even close to us, we don't see every fur. We see the mass of fur. You know, we know it's a cat. We know it has fur, so we just give little suggestions of it. That's what works for me. And I encourage you to find what works for you and your own style too. Take what you learn from me and make it your own. And yes, you're welcome to join our Facebook group if you're truly dedicated to drawing cats. The link is below in the description. You'll find that there. Tabby markings are always fun. I've been known to put a suggestion at least of tabby markings into cats that may not necessarily have tabby markings. Cleaning up a little bit of noise here with the eraser, not getting rid of all those excess lines though, because as I said, they make great background tone. You can see that already. And always cautiously around the eyes, I'm just kind of thickening up some lines to, to add character. And what makes a drawing interesting is to have some thicker lines, some thinner lines, some darker lines, some lighter lines, broken lines, solid lines. Vary your lines. It makes your drawing interesting. There's those suggestions of fur. And easy does it. We can overdo it with that too. If we make the drawing too busy, then the viewer's eye doesn't know where to look. We kind of want to focus on a focal point. The eyes are a big focal point for cats, and the paws. We don't see any paws in this one. This is a pretty simplistic loaf kitty here. Just wasn't right. When it's just not right, I get my eraser out. Yeah, we don't see any back legs. They just aren't appearing here. We don't see the tail, so it's a pretty simple loaf cat drawing. So it's a good one to start with for beginners. Good one for anybody that likes to draw cats. I like to strengthen up that mouth line too, because I feel like the mouth line, the features on the face kind of, I want them to stand out, but I don't want them to be overpowering either. It is a simple drawing. Please do subscribe to the channel if you really are interested in cat drawing. Helps grow the channel. A few more little suggestions of fur. And this is a big piece of open space in here, so it in the cat's back end. So try to put some little squiggly lines for suggestions of fur and tabby markings. I mucked around with the edge of this nose and I ended up wishing I would have just left it. So this is me mucking around before I decide to get out my eraser and get rid of it. Happens. It happens. That's how we learn. Everything you learn in whatever drawing you're working on now, you can carry that learning on to your next drawing. And if you keep at it, you can't help but improve. Just a suggestion there. I like that better. And, sometimes I just want to get rid of the strength of some lines. And it's all to do with, like I said, varying the lines around the drawing. Just kind of adding extra energy lines in here right now. Some texture in the drawing. Suggestions of fur again. And deciding whether I'm done or not. A lot of times you got to remember that less is more. This is just adding kind of some rhythm into the drawing, unifying everything. thicken up that tabby marking by the eye a little. Gives it a bit more character. Right now I'm just kind of mucking, deciding if I'm done or not. Got to be really careful going around those eyes again because it's so easy to go outside of the line and into the eye, which kind of harms the look of it. I want to get rid of some of that noise. I like that better. Kind of broke up some of those lines a bit and made the right kind of texture with getting that eraser in just a bit. And the whiskers are the finishing touch. And thank you so much for watching. And there is more learning below if you check out the description. We'll see you next time.